Our topic is what's inside my computer. So, a computer is a machine that helps people process information quickly. It can perform tasks like storing information, doing calculations, and connecting to the internet to find information or communicate with others. Computers have a screen to show information, a keyboard to type, and sometimes a mouse to click. They're helpful for things like browsing the web, watching videos, writing emails, and managing photos and documents. This actually reminds me of a quote by Steve Jobs where he said, like, a computer is like the bicycle for the human mind. And yeah, I actually think that's really true because, computers can be used to do such great things. So, in short, a computer is a tool that makes many everyday tasks easier. So first, we're going to be covering hardware. So like what's really inside of your computer. So first, we have the central processing unit or CPU. It's the main component of a computer that performs calculations and executes instructions to run applications and manage tasks. It processes data, controls other hardware components, and ensures smooth operation of software by interpreting and carrying out commands. This presentation doesn't have another component called the GPU, which basically is maintains graphics, but really you only need a CPU for common tasks because there's actually for like most CPUs there's actually like a GPU embedded in it. Next, we have random access memory. It's the short term memory of a computer, temporarily storing data that the CPU needs for quick access. It allows applications to run smoothly by providing fast access to active files and programs, but its contents are cleared when the computer is turned off. In today's computer market, I'd recommend getting at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's usually enough for everyday tasks. Next, we have storage. It's the main component where data is permanently saved on a computer. It keeps files, applications, and the operating system accessible even when the device is powered off. Common types include hard disk drives and solid state drives or SSD, which differ in speed, capacity, and durability. Most modern computers today have an SSD, but HDDs are also pretty good. But one key difference is that HDDs they have moving parts, so sometimes they could sometimes wear out because there's actually a spinning disk in there, as you can see like the left image. Yeah, that's one thing to keep note of. Next, we have the motherboard. It's the main circuit board in a computer, connecting all of its components, including CPU, RAM, storage, and other hardware. It enables communication between components, allowing them to work together effectively to run the system. An operating system, or OS, is the main software that manages the computer's hardware and software resources. It allows users to interact with the computer and run applications, handling tasks like file management and device control. Examples of this include Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Next, we'll cover inputs and output devices. So, input and output devices are essential for user-computer interaction, allowing data to be entered into and received from the system. Input devices are tools that allow users to send data and commands to the computer. So think a mouse or a keyboard. Output devices let the computer communicate results back to the user. So that's like your monitor. Together, input and output devices enable smooth communication and functionality in computing. So here's some more examples of inputs. Um, there's a keyboard, mouse. There's a scanner, which isn't, I don't really see nowadays. Same with stylus. That's not really used that much with desktop computers. And the only one I've heard of is the Apple Pencil for your iPad. But yeah, there's also the microphone and camera. Here are some common outputs. So you can have a monitor, a printer, speakers, headphones, projector. Yeah, these are like output devices.